sing Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not be in want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. The Lord is your shepherd. Some of the things that he does as your shepherd is he makes sure that you're not in want. He takes care of your needs. He makes sure that you're fed and watered. He leads you beside quiet waters. He gives you peace. He makes you lie down in green pastures. So the important thing that he does is he leads you to where you are going to be nourished and where you're going to have peace. Because the Bible says that there are two paths that we have to choose from. The path to destruction or to hell is wide, and it looks like it's easy. Many people find that wide path to destruction. That's the easy way. If you just kind of don't think about where you're going to end up on the wide path. The narrow path is the path to life, and it is hard. It's the path where you take up your cross and you follow Jesus. You're following him up that hill to put your flesh on that cross and to join him in his crucifixion. You're laying down your life so that you can defeat your sinful nature through the power of Jesus Christ. And this is the hard road. It's not fun. It's not easy. It means that you have to tell yourself, hey, I'm not going to get what I want in this life. That's what it means to crucify your flesh. That's what it says is necessary in order to be done with sin. You have to say no to your fleshly desires. And what are your fleshly desires? All your hopes and dreams for what you want to accomplish in this life. You want money, you want power, you want glory, you have certain plans for your life. Jesus, was a very talented person. He was obviously a very charismatic person. He could have done a lot of different things with his life. He was a skilled person, but he decided to do what God wanted him to do, which is to spend the few years that he had in public ministry just pouring himself out in ministry to the point that he sometimes didn't even have a chance to eat. Because he was taking care of these people's needs. And then after this short period, he laid his life down and he died in dishonor. When you're talking about that narrow path, it's hard to find. It's not the obvious way. And so you need somebody to lead you in that path. That's what a shepherd does. Matthew 18:12-14. It says, what do you think? If a man owns 100 sheep and one of them wanders away, will he not leave the 99 on the hills and go look for that one that wandered off? And if he finds it, I tell you the truth, he is happier about that one sheep than about the 99 that did not wander off. In the same way, your Father in heaven is not willing that any of these little ones should be lost. And isn't that beautiful to understand that you are not just a face in a big crowd, a big mob of people at the foot of the throne. To God, you are priceless. Just like that little sheep, just like a child, nobody can replace you. And he would gladly leave the 99 who are safe to go after you if you go off the path. He goes and he meets you where you are. The Bible says that while we were still enemies of God, that God sent his son to die for us, to take away our sin, to take away the punishment for our sin so that we could be reconciled to God and so that God could save us. This is the love that he has, and this is what a shepherd does. He'll come after you, and he will help to get you on that right path. And you need that guidance because it's not the obvious way to go.